Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe, and taking it a day at a time. In today's reading, we are going to be taking a look at who you are meant to be and what you are meant to do in this lifetime. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just jump straight into the pile selection. I have 3 GIFs for you to choose from. We're gonna have group 1, group 2, group 3. The timestamps will be in the description box as always, and I will see you all in your readings. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. We're gonna go ahead and just jump straight into this. We're not gonna lollygag or anything. Spirit, please tap me into the, okay, well that was messy. Please tap me into the collective energy of group 1. My goodness. That was quite the messy shuffle. Group 1 Spirit. Who is group 1 meant to be? What are they meant to do in this life? As always, keep in mind this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. Ooh, okay, we already have one popping out. All right, so we have Samaritan. Refined your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attribute, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. All right, group 1, so you're definitely supposed to be in this life someone who is very much a giving person. Many of you, you may need to work in some kind of do some kind of volunteer work, helping the less fortunate, donating your time and your energy to those in need. You're meant to be a Samaritan in this life, group 1. I'm seeing for some of you, like, it's not that you're put off by people who are, in need, or those that are in a lower social standing than you are, group 1, but I'm seeing that for some of you this actually kind of makes you uncomfortable. Like if you're walking down the street and you see like a homeless person like begging for money or begging for food, it actually kind of like makes you a little bit uncomfortable for some of you, group 1. So I'm seeing you kind of like overcoming that feeling of being uncomfortable or being like unsure of what to do, because in this life you are meant to be that person that extends that helping hand. You're meant to be that person that helps those in need, group 1, which is really, really nice. And like I said, that was only for some of you in terms of, feeling uncomfortable or feeling like unsure of what to do when you're around people that are in need, and those people that are asking and begging for help. We also have Exorcist, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. See, there's that fear again. Like, there's definitely, group 1, a need for you to conquer your fear in this life. You are meant to be someone that conquers your own fears. This is very much like mental chains, I feel, for you, group 1. And as far as like freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, I feel like this goes very well with the Samaritan card. This is you helping people in need, possibly helping people who are addicts or people that just can't seem to get on the right path. They can't seem to help themselves in a way. You're meant to be that guiding light, group 1. You're meant to help those people see that there is better out there and that they can achieve it, group 1. You are meant to not only free yourself of destructive impulses and behaviors and addictions, you're meant to free other people as well. Some of you may have had addictions in the past, or maybe, just destructive behaviors, or just doing things that really were not for your greatest and highest good or for your greatest and highest benefit. And I'm seeing that many of you, if you haven't already, you are going to have to you're gonna have to combat those problems and those behavioral issues and these addictions and things like that. And then from doing that, you're actually going to be in a position where you will be able to help others do the same, Group 1. That's what I feel for you, Group 1. You are meant to be that guiding light, not only for yourself, but for other people. We also have Midas or Miser. Light attributes entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. Shadow attributes hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So some of you may actually have a fear of losing your wealth. You hold on too tightly to your material wealth, and that's also something that you have to combat. But more so, I feel like this is like Spirit saying once again, like, delight in sharing life's riches. You are meant to, you know, help people. You're meant to share your found knowledge. Many of you, like I said, are meant to combat and achieve greatness from your own more negative behavioral issues or addictions or impulses, things of that nature. You're meant to learn how to combat that and to overturn it, and then showing other people how to do the same, people who are struggling with similar or the same things that you once have, Group 1. This is what you're meant to do. And some of you are meant to be like an entrepreneur or like a creative person as well. You're meant to put your own touch onto things. You're meant to create things that people, well, that you'll share with people and that people will be able to relate to, Group 1. So like some of you, you may be creatives, you may be an artist, you may be you know, anything along those lines where you are putting your own creative flair, creative touch into something, and people are going to gravitate towards that, Group 1. So yeah, many of you are meant to work for yourselves, Group 1. I'm seeing if you are like working for a company, then I see that, you know, you are meant to be in a position of power. You are meant to climb that ladder, and you're meant to be like at the top of the top, okay, Group 1. And you're meant to have this status because you are meant to be that guiding light for other people. You're meant to help other people, you know, climb that ladder and reach the top and turn their lives around. That's just something that you're meant to do in this life, Group 1. I see. Okay. Let's get some of these. So yeah, some of you are meant to like start like non-profit organizations or just other little companies or organizations that are meant to help other people, whether this is like, you know, creating some kind of like food drive for those that need food, or creating like almost like a homeless shelter for those in need of a home, of a roof over their head. Some of you, you might do, or you might create something for like homeless children or children in need, children in foster care, all these kinds of things, Group 1, all these things where it's just you being able to help those in need. That is what you're meant to do in this life, Group 1. Who is Group 1 meant to be? What are they meant to do? We have acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So with this card here, Group 1, like I said in the beginning, I feel like some of you have almost this like weird like fear, not weird fear, but like this fear or this uncomfortableness. Like you feel uncomfortable when you are in the presence of people that are in need. And so I feel like obviously you're meant to help these people. So part of getting to that point is learning to accept these people and accept these people's challenges and accept, you know, they're just people. They're just people with different challenges than you are facing. Or some of you, you may have faced the same challenges at some point in time, but it's kind of just learning to accept these differences in people and learning to accept yourself as well, Group 1. Like I said, I feel like you're not only meant to help other people in this life, you're meant to help yourself. And in helping yourself, you will be able to learn and expand your knowledge so that you are able to help other people as well. So learning to accept things, learning to accept the things that you cannot change. It's more so not necessarily accepting things that you cannot change, but accepting who you are, accepting that, you know, you go through certain challenges because you are, you know, a soul living a human experience, and learning how to navigate it, learning how to, you know, not fight it so much, group one, learning how to almost embrace it in a way, but then being able to like flip it around and use these challenges to bring more positive and good into your life and others as well, group one. Let's get one more. Okay, we have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Group one, you are meant to be the friend. Okay, you are meant to be, like I said, this guiding light for people that are in need and that need help. You are meant to be almost like this non-judgmental guidance, like guiding light friend for people that need help. You're meant to be like, you're meant to be that shoulder that people can lean on, group one. And I feel like I said, you're meant to be in this position of power, whether this is in a company or like starting your own company, your own organization for many of you. I'm seeing that you're going to be in a position of power where it's like, you know, you're stern, you get things done, and it's like you want things done a particular way, and you're expecting this from your employees, and you're very like cutthroat in that way, but at the same time, you still have that empathetic nature, group one. You still have that like relatability, because many of you have gone through similar challenges as the people that you are meant to help. So I'm seeing you, you know, you have this nature about you, you have this way about you where it's like, you know, you're stern in making sure things get done in a specific way, but you still have that empathetic nature. So it's like you're, you know, you're serious about helping people. Like you're very like King of Swords energy is what I'm seeing when it comes to helping people. It's like you're no bullshit. You just, you know, you tell people what you expect of them. You're telling people, you know, this is what you need to do if you want to turn your life around, but you still have that empathetic nature. You're still going to have that like friendly vibe. So people are going to feel like they can come to you about anything, group one. People are going to feel like, you know, you have their back. You're not going to be like this rude, nasty kind of person, just, you know, pointing the finger and telling them what to do. Yes, you're still gonna have this, you know, stern way about you, but it's out of love and it's out of friendship. So people are gonna gravitate towards you, group one, and they're gonna seek your guidance because of this way that you have about yourself. So yeah, you're meant to be that friend for many of these people that you're meant to help. You're meant to be that guiding light. You're meant to be that shoulder that they can cry on, group one. Let's see. Okay, we have emotions are running high, super moon. I feel like you're someone that is meant to learn, meant to know how to navigate really, really high emotions and emotionally charged times. Some of you might need to be, or some of you might meant to be like a counselor of some sort. Like I've been saying, you're this guiding light, group one. So some of you are meant to be maybe like a guidance counselor or something of the sort, a life coach. Some of you actually might be meant to work in a spiritual practice with exorcist here. Like you don't have to be an exorcist, group one, but like some of you might need to work or are meant to work in a more spiritual field. This could be like tarot, Reiki, you know, things like that. But overall, I'm seeing that you are meant to be someone that knows how to navigate like super high emotions. You know, when things are normally like make people feel uncomfortable, group one, emotions that make people feel uncomfortable because they are so like profound and just, you know, I'm seeing that some of you, you know, coming out of the womb, this is something that may have made you feel really uncomfortable. You know, super high emotions, or people, you know, people that are begging for help, people that are, you know, in this state where it's like their emotions are very, very high. I feel like for many of you, this is something that has initially made you feel uncomfortable. And so it's like you learning how to tap into that and learning how to find, I would say like find find a way to be comfortable in that, but it's really just knowing how to navigate it, knowing how to, you know, accept it, and knowing how to navigate it so that you can help these people as they navigate these strong emotions, and helping them learn how to change their life around while also navigating these emotions. So like I said, some of you might need to be some kind of counselor. You're just a guiding light, group 1. You're meant to be this guiding light for many people. I get one more, Spirit. I get one more. Thank you. Okay, we have nothing will come of this situation. You're meant to be this hope, group 1. You're meant to be this hope for people who feel like, who are lost, who feel like their lives will never change, who feel like they're stuck. You're meant to be this guiding light for these people, group 1. And for many of you, this actually starts with being this guiding light for yourself, group 1. It's like learning how to navigate your own emotions and your own feelings of, for some of you, I'm hearing incompetence, or just feeling like, you know, your life is going nowhere, or these feelings of lack, this lack mindset. I'm seeing many of you are meant to learn how to navigate that within yourself, because you're actually meant to then take the knowledge that you have gained from navigating this within yourself, and then helping other people do the same, group 1. So yeah, you're just meant to be this guiding light. You're meant to be this moon in the darkness for other people. You're meant to help people find their light again. You're meant to help people like find their sense of self. You're meant to help people find that light. You're just meant to help people find that light, group 1, which is really, really beautiful. But like I said, I feel like for many of you, you have to learn how to do this within yourself first, because that's like the only way that you'll really be able to learn, group 1. All right, let's get some tarot in here. Group 1, group 1. And like I'm also seeing like many of you are actually meant to be in a position like where you're very wealthy. Like I said, I feel like you're meant to either be some kind of like a business owner, or like own some kind of organization that's meant to help people, or you're just at the very top of like a leadership level in an organization that, you know, helps people. Justice wants to fall out. And so like naturally, with you being in this position of power within your work, I'm seeing that you are meant to cultivate a lot of wealth, a lot of material goods, and like obviously you have enough, more than enough for yourself and your loved ones, but you're also going to be in a position where you are not only able but willing to give back to the less fortunate. So I'm seeing like donations, and like obviously if you own your own sort of like organization where, you know, you're helping people in need, I'm seeing you just putting a lot of your own wealth and a lot of your own material goods into this as well. It's like you don't like completely rely on donations of other people. You have absolutely no problem putting your own wealth into this organization, or, you know, just helping people in need. Okay, what else can I tell group 1 about who they are meant to be and what are they meant to do? Who's group 1 meant to be? What are they meant to do? We have the Knave of Wands. The Six of Swords. Okay. We have the the King of Pentacles, and let's just get one more. One more from my group 1. Okay, we got, I think, 2 more. Did we? Or did I just see things? Yes, we did. Okay, we have the Tower. All right, so we have, yeah, the Tower and the 3 of Wands. So group 1, with justice here, you are definitely meant to be in a position where you are seeing things for what they are, okay? You are, like I said, being that guiding light, but you're doing it in a way that's fair. You're doing it in a way that is, I would say, you're not being swayed one way or another. You are being very much like, you know, this is what it is. This is what we're going to do. You're very fair, group 1. You're meant to be someone who is very, very fair in everything that they do. You value the truth, group 1. You definitely don't like being lied to. So I feel like if you're helping other people, you're working with people who are trying to turn their lives around, you know, you definitely value the truth when it comes to working with these people. So if these people are like lying to you about, you know, the things that they're doing or the things that they're going to do, like, you're not going to put up with that, group 1. But like I said, you're still going to have this empathetic nature about you. You're still going to have this, you know, very kind way that you go about things. Also with justice, some of you might work, or you might be meant to work in some kind of like lawyer type field, something that has to do with law for some of you as well, or any kind of like legal work. But yeah, overall, I'm just seeing like you are meant to be someone that, you know, you value the truth, you value justice, and you seek justice for people who, you know, are maybe not in the position to do so for themselves. You're meant to be that helping hand, that guiding light for many people. With the Knave of Wands here, which is the Page of Wands, I'm seeing that you are meant to find the light in the dark, specifically. Like, that's just what I heard, and I am being drawn to this card over here. You're meant to be the moon in the darkness. The moon is a very like emotional, like symbolic thing, right? Like when we think of the sun, this is more of like an emotionally, well, not emotionally, this is more of like a fiery kind of energy. The moon is more of like a subtle emotional feeling. So I feel like going along with that friendship energy, going along with that empathetic energy, like you're meant to be the moon. You're not meant to necessarily be this like fiery kind of person. Like, yes, you know, you put your energy into the things that are important to you. You put your, you know, you put your energy and your time into these things, and yes, you can be passionate about these things, but I feel like the way you go about it, it's just very like emotionally charged. You put a lot of yourself into the things that are important to you, group 1, or at least you're meant to do that in this life. You are meant to be that moon for people. And with the Knave of Wands here, I feel like you're meant to help people find that spark. You're meant to help people find the sun. You're the moon to their sun, group 1. You're meant to help people find that sun in their lives, and to encourage them to pursue these things and to stick with it as well. With the Six of Swords here, this is all about moving towards something more stable, more grounded. This is the calm after the storm. And normally in the Six of Swords, you see a boat and you have two people in the boat. You have one person sitting in the swords energy, and then you have another person standing in the back of the boat pushing the boat. So like I feel like you're meant to be that person in the back pushing that boat, helping this person that's in the Six of Swords energy to move past the chaos, to move past the hurt, the grief, move towards something that is more stable, more grounded, and just overall better for their overall well-being. That is who you are meant to be in this lifetime, group 1. With the King of Pentacles here, like I said, a lot of you are meant to be very wealthy in this life. You're meant to cultivate a lot of wealth. King of Pentacles, he's the ultimate, you know, like he's got everything. He's got the wealth, he's got the soulmate, he's got the happiness, he's got the abundance, he's got the family, he's got everything that he could have ever wanted and dreamed of. So that is what you are meant to achieve in this life, group 1. And you're meant to achieve this by helping people move, and to help people find that light again, and to help people find that spark again, and move towards something that is going to allow them to cultivate their own King of Pentacles in their own life, group 1. With the Tower here, this is all about something crumbling down, so that we can build something better, more stable. So once again, I'm getting this energy of, you know, you're not only having to do this for yourself and to learn the lessons in your own life, you're meant to then take those lessons and to help other people as well, whose lives may have completely just crumbled down to the ground. You're meant to help these people build back up. And with the Three of Wands here, the Three of Wands is all about kind of like waiting and planning and, you know, waiting for the waves to come in, waiting for the, you know, waiting for the life to start, essentially. So I feel like you're meant to be there with people as they are building, they're waiting, they are putting in that time and that energy. You're meant to be there with these people as they are doing this. And like I said, many of you, this is going to start with yourself. This is going to start with you learning how to move through this kind of energy, the Six of Swords, moving from chaos into calm waters. This is going to start with yourself, and then you'll be able to then help other people and cultivate your wealth by doing so. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to just take a look at just some advice from Spirit for you at this time, Group 1, so that you can continue to move towards your purpose, so that you can continue to develop into the person that you're meant to be in this life. This is going to be guidance for the now, okay? This is something that you should be focusing on now so that you can continue to move towards your purpose, Group 1. Can we get some advice for Group 1 to help them continue to move towards who they're meant to be and their purpose in this life? Okay. All right, and I'm going to read from the book for this deck. We have meditation. I still my mind and surrender to the divine. I feel like this goes very well with the Three of Wands here, which is all about like that waiting energy. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and read from the book for this card specifically. Okay. 25. All right, the message is clear. It is time to meditate. Today, work on developing a daily meditation ritual that leaves you feeling supported and calm and connected with the universe. Meditation ritual. Meditation is an extension of mindfulness that encourages you to practice being fully present in the moment. Set aside time today to do exactly that. Be fully present. Put aside any distractions, take yourself somewhere peaceful, and meditate. Close your eyes, take full belly breaths, and gently let go of your thoughts as they enter your mind. You might want to focus on your mantra or just tuning into your breath. Helpful. So, Group 1. That is what I have for you. Spirit is urging you to, meditate. Be very present in your daily life, Group 1. This will help you continue to move towards your purpose, move on your path, become who you're meant to be, cultivate everything that you want in life. Just remembering to be fully present and, find that calm in the chaos. Because like I said, I feel like this is going to be very important for you moving forward, being able to find the calm in chaos and helping others to do the same, Group 1. So that is all I'm seeing for you today, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and just jump straight into this. We're going to see, who are you meant to be in this lifetime? What are you meant to do? As always, keep in mind that it is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, Spirit, please tap me into the collective energy of Group 2. Group 2. Who's Group 2 meant to be in this life? What are they meant to do in this life, Spirit? Group 2. Who's Group 2 meant to be? Oh, okay. So we have storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Shadow attribute, making up tales that harm others. Okay, Group 2. So I'm definitely seeing that many of you are meant to tell not only like stories, but like your story specifically. I'm seeing that some of you may have not had like the easiest life or the easiest, most stable upbringing. So I'm feeling that many of you are meant to tell your story, whether this is literally like an autobiography or this is, telling your story through fictional type of stories, if that makes sense. Telling your story through fictional characters. Some of you might be writers or you're meant to write. Some of you might do music. I'm feeling like there are a lot of artistic people in this group specifically, and you're meant to tell your story through your art, Group 2. Let's see. We have student. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Okay, group 2. So I'm seeing that pretty much all of you in this group are meant to be lifelong students in something. You are meant to be someone that is always learning, always like opening your mind to new ideas and just allowing yourself to absorb the newness around you, group 2. Now, whether this is like you just like going to like traditional schooling like university and getting several degrees, or this is literally you just, you know, learning things on your downtime, learning new skills, new hobbies, things like that. And if you are a creative person, like I feel like as a creative you never stop learning, especially because you're always learning. Like for example, if you're an artist and you like to paint, you're always learning new techniques, you're learning to use different types of paints, different types of brushes, different techniques. You're learning like all these new things to try and better your craft. So no matter what it is that you do, you don't have to be like an artist. No matter what you do, I'm just seeing that in this life, group 2, you are meant to be always learning. You're meant to always be expanding your mind and being open to knowledge. This is what you're meant to do in this life, group 2. I'm gonna get one more of these. One more for group 2. What are they meant to be? What are they meant to become? Okay. So we have healer. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes. Taking advantage of those who need help. Failing to care for oneself. Okay, group 1. So I'm seeing that many of you are meant to not only heal yourself, but to heal others. And like I said, for a lot of you, I am getting like a lot of creative energy. So I feel like part of your ability to heal yourself and others is going to take place through your art, through whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you're putting your energy into, whatever it is that you are constantly learning about throughout your life, group 2. Like I said, I feel like many of you, you may not have had the easiest life. You may not have had the easiest upbringing. So taking the pain that has occurred in your life for many of you since childhood and transmuting that and turning it into something beautiful, into an art, it's going to not only help you heal yourself, heal your inner child, it's going to help heal others as well, because other people are going to be able to relate to it. People are going to look at that and be like, oh my goodness, like the same thing has happened to me, or something similar has happened to me in my life, and it's caused a lot of pain. But I see how this person, I've seen how group 2 has been able to transmute that and turn it into something beautiful, and has actually learned lessons from it with the student card here. Many of you are meant to have learned lessons through any of the pain that you've gone through, and it's like learning those lessons and putting it into something beautiful, turning it into something beautiful. It's going to, like I said, not only help heal yourself as you're learning to transmute this pain, it's going to help others as well, because they're going to be able to relate to it, group 2. So yeah, you're meant to heal. You're meant to heal. And like I said, for many of you, this is through art. Some of you, this could literally be like you're meant to work in the medical field. Like with a student here, like if you're a doctor, for example, you never stop learning. Like working in the medical field, things are always changing, things are always progressing. So, I mean, technically, you never stop learning in that way as well. So, you know, if that resonates, like some of you are meant to be doctors or work in the medical field, nurses, things like that. Some of you also might be meant to work as a kind of counselor or life coach as well, which is similar to group 1. So yeah, let's see. Who is group 2 meant to be? What are they meant to do? Okay, so we have success. I know there is no greater goal than to love, group 2. So you're meant to achieve a lot of success in this life, group 2. You are meant to always constantly be growing, learning, and being in this energy of like where you're constantly open to knowledge and to developing and growing and maturing. This is going to bring a lot of success into your life, group 2. I'm also seeing that many of you are meant to love in this life. You're meant to be this figure that exudes love and light. Group 2, you are meant to be someone that people gravitate towards you into your art or to your healing abilities because of the love that you pour into it, and they just feel this sense of warmth. Group 2, there's like this warmth about you that people just can't get enough of. So I'm seeing you also getting a lot of recognition. Group 2, for whatever it is that you're doing in this life, you're meant to get a lot of recognition. So like if you are a creative person, you know, you are meant to see success with that for sure. Okay, let's get one more. We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So in this life, Group 2, you are meant to learn how to let go of, I guess, you're meant to let go of wanting to know what the outcome of something will be. You're learning to let go of needing to know how something will pan out. I'm seeing that many of you, you go about your life and you go about doing certain tasks, and you know, it could be something that you're very passionate about, but you're so worried about the outcome. You're so worried about whether or not this thing will see success, or if it's the right thing for you to do, or, you know, if it's going to be for your highest and greatest good. I'm seeing that you're going to have to learn how to let that go, Group 2. And for some of you, I'm seeing that this has stemmed since childhood, and it may be because you were in a environment or you were living with people or parents who, you know, you kind of had to tiptoe around. So you had to be very careful about how you went about things because you didn't want the outcome to be negative, or you didn't want the outcome to create more issues in your life or more pain in your life. So it's like learning how to transmute that, Group 2, learning how to let that go, learning how to let the worry go in this life. That's also another lesson that you're meant to learn in this life. Learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. What's going to happen is going to happen, Group 2. And like I said, for many of you, if you're worried about like the success of your own art or your own, you know, things that you're creating, or just like if you're going to medical school, you're wondering like if I'm gonna, you know, if I'm gonna graduate, whatever the case may be for you specifically, Group 2, I'm seeing that, you know, worrying about it isn't going to change the outcome, and that's something that you've got to learn. You know, you just have to keep putting in that work, keep putting in that energy, and just know that whatever happens, happens. And I mean, we have success here, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, you know, you're going to succeed. You're going to succeed no matter what, as long as you keep putting in that time, keep putting in that energy, keep learning, you know, keep expanding your mind, keep being open to new knowledge. Everything is going to work out exactly how it's meant to, Group 2. Okay, you're going to find that success. All right, let's see. What else can we tell Group 2 Spirit? Who's Group 2 meant to be? Oh my goodness. We love to see it. We have prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Some of you may be a Taurus or have Taurus in your chart, but it doesn't really matter. What this is saying is that you're meant to be someone who cultivates a lot of wealth. Group 2, you're meant to be someone that has a lot of material things, a lot of material wealth, a lot of prosperity. We have that success card. So, you know, whether you are meant to be, or whether you want to be in a like creative path, or this is being some kind of doctor or just in the medical field, or, you know, this is just something where you are able to tell your story. Like I said, some of you might be like a writer, whatever the case may be. Whatever you do in this life, Group 2, you're going to see success and you're going to see prosperity. And it's like learning to kind of just expect it. I feel for many of you, Group 2, you have to learn to just expect the best in this life. Because I feel like some of you are master manifestors, but you don't even realize it. And so it's like you focus a lot on the negative for some of you. You're worried about the outcome of things. You're worried about your future. You're worried about, you know, are you going to be able to cultivate this wealth? Are you going to be able to provide for yourself and your family? Are you going to reach the success? The answer is yes. But the only way to get there for you, Group 2, is to not only continue to put in that work, to continue to expand your mind, but to release the worry, release expectations of like the outcome, release, you know, that needing to know, or that worry about, you know, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if this is, you know, the right path for me. You'll know if this is the right path for you, Group 2, because it's going to set your heart on fire. Whatever, I would say whatever in your life that you know, like deep down, you just know that this is meant for you. It might be a little bit scary because you don't know the outcome. That is what you're meant to do in this life group 2. And you have to release the worry about, you know, is it going to work out? Am I going to be a failure? Am I going to see that success? Yes, you will, but you have to release that energy of being like petrified about whether or not, you know, you're going to see that success, because then you're just kind of blocking your blessings in a way. We also have nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. This card, when you read it in the book, it actually says that it's like there's nothing to worry about. Like there's nothing to worry about. Nothing will come of you worrying yourself to death. Nothing will come of you being petrified about the outcome of something. Just do it. Just do it. Just put your energy into it. Keep learning. Just, you know, expect the best. Don't worry about the outcome so much. Also, learning to just enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride for some of you is going to be important in this life. But what I'm seeing with this card is like, you know, there's no need to worry in this life. And you kind of have to release that. Some of you may have like anxiety, so it's like learning how to navigate that as well. Group 2, you know, just trying to always see the best, trying to I guess, you know, like literally just expecting the best. Stop expecting the worst. Stop expecting, you know, things not to work out. Group 2, you have to learn to just let things be, let things play out. Allow the success to come to you. Allow the success to flow to you. Group 2. All right, we're going to get some tarot to get some more information. Group 2, group 2. Who is group 2 meant to be in this life, Spirit? Who's group 2 meant to be? What are they meant to do? Oh. Who's group 2? Can I get one more? One more for group 2. Thank you. All right. Okay, so we have the Moon, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Magician, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. All right, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups, group 2. So I feel like for some of you, like friendships and cultivating really positive, well-rounded relationships is also going to be really important. I'm also just feeling like you're meant to connect with other people, whether this is like through your art or through, you know, your occupation. For some of you, your art is your occupation, or it's meant to be your occupation. I'm just seeing that, you know, connecting with others is going to be really important for you in this life, group 2. Having these really like solid healing connections are really important for you in this life, group 2. And also for some of you, you know, it's kind of learning how to build these connections, because I'm seeing that for some of you, you know, you didn't have the best home life growing up, so your ability to cultivate these connections have been stifled because of, you know, the hardships that you went through as a child. So it's also kind of like learning how to, you know, navigate that as well. But with the Moon here, I'm seeing that you, group 2, are meant to go into the dark and you know, follow your heart and, you know, not know what the outcome is going to be. The Moon is all about like unknowns, okay? And I think it's so funny, like we have the Moon here and then we have like this Moon here, and it's like in the darkness and it's got like this purpley color. This also kind of has like that purpley hue to it. And it's like just knowing that everything is going to work out, going into the darkness, not knowing what the outcome is going to be, not knowing where you're going to end up, but just trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting that everything is going to work out for the best. Releasing that worry is so important for you, group 2. I feel like many of you have not like really been following your dreams in the way that you should, group 2, and it's out of fear. You're fearful that it's not going to work out in your favor. You're fearful that it's going to kind of like bite you in the butt in group 2. And so, part of who you're meant to be in this life is learning how to transmute that, learning how to combat this, and to take those steps into the dark, learning how to move towards the thing that feels good, but you don't know what the outcome is going to be. It's kind of like learning how to find the excitement in that instead of the worry, group 2. You're meant to learn how to release these anxieties and these worries and these stress about the outcome of what it is that you want to do, what you truly want to do. Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to find your success. You're going to be able to find your prosperity. With the Knight of Pentacles here, I feel like you're someone that you're meant to go into the unknown, and you're meant to follow the path that may be less traveled because other people are scared. You're meant to, kind of go down your own path in a sense, but you're meant to do it in a very practical way. It might take some time with the Knight of Pentacles because the Pentacles energy is very slow moving, but it's very grounded and it's very stable, which I think is so important for you, group 2, because this is going to allow you to cultivate something that is very stable and very solid. I'm hearing generational wealth. So I'm seeing that some of you are meant to be the catalyst for generational wealth. So the generations to come after you, they're going to be set, okay? They're going to be set thanks to you, group 1. So, once again, just putting in that time, putting in that effort, putting your all into creating or being who you want to be truly, group 2. With the Magician here, this is about having everything that you need to create what it is that you want. And this is all about manifesting. And like I said, I feel like many of you are master manifestors and you don't even realize it because you worry so much. So, part of who you're meant to be in this life is someone that is meant to manifest and to cultivate whatever it is that you want. And when I say whatever it is that you want, group 2, I mean it. Whatever it is that you truly want, whether it seems so crazy, so far-fetched, it doesn't matter. If you want it, you can have it. And it's just realizing that. It's a shift in your mindset, group 2. And, realizing that you can have whatever you want. You can be successful in whatever it is that you want. And, releasing that worry, releasing that need to know, the outcome, stepping into the unknown and just rocking with it, just going with the flow, group 2. With the Four of Swords here, I'm seeing that many of you, you are meant to be someone, in a sense, okay, you're meant to be someone that is very well balanced in terms of work and life, balance. You're meant to have a really, really good work-life balance. You're not meant to be someone that works yourself to literal death, okay? You're meant to be someone that, you have this time to relax. You're able to have time to, have your downtime. And I'm feeling that many of you are meant to kind of work for yourselves. Now, whether you are a creative person or you're meant to be in the medical field, some of you actually might be meant to open your own medical practice in the future. So in a sense, you will be working for yourself. So you'll have a lot of time to, have for yourself as well. But yeah, just having a really good work-life balance is something that you're meant to have in this life, group 2. So if you're in a position where that is not the case, then I would go ahead and say that is not where you're meant to be. Group 2, you are meant to have a really good work-life balance for sure. You're meant to be able to take rests when you need it, and not have to worry about whether or not you're going to be able to pay your bills, or whether or not you're going to get fired from your job, or whatever the case may be. You're meant to be able to have that freedom, group 2. With the Three of Pentacles here, this is all about, for one, working with others, but also being recognized for your work. And like I said, I was getting that creative energy, and we have an artist right here, So some of you are meant to be artists. And you're meant to get recognized for your work, no matter what it is that you're doing. Even if you're not an artist, or you're not a traditionally creative person, you're just meant to for one, work with other people, but you're also meant to get that recognition as well. You're meant to be someone that people admire you for what you do. People admire you for your ability to just do what you do in the way that you do it. You're one of a kind, truly, group 2. I feel like you really are one of a kind, and you do things that maybe many other people before you have done, but you do it in such a like different way, in a way that's unique to you, and people really admire that about you, group 2. So it's like you really need to stay true to yourself, group 2, because this is the only way that you are going to be able to cultivate that success and that prosperity. You're not meant to be like the rest of them, okay? Even if you're in a career field or you're pursuing something that many other people have done before you, they haven't done it like you, group 2. And that's so important for you to remember. They have not done it like you. You are the only person that can do what you do the way that you do it. Okay? And this also might be, you know, the reason why there is this worry about the outcome. There is this stress and this anxiety about whether or not what you do will be well received, because maybe it's different from what people have done in the past. Even if you're going down a path that's very similar, you're doing something that's very similar to things that people have done in the past, you're doing it in a different way. And you're kind of, some of you are kind of worried about how that will be received. I'm going to tell you right now, group 2, it's going to be very well received, okay? People are going to absolutely adore what you do, what you create, how you heal, whatever it is that you're doing. People are going to really, really gravitate towards what you do, because it is different. Because it is different. And I feel like personally, like the way the world is right now in general, it's like I feel like a lot of us are feeling kind of stifled in a way, and it's kind of like, okay, there's a switch up needing to be happen, or there's a switch up that needs to happen. There's something that needs to change. There's a lot of things that need to change, actually. And I feel like group 2, you're meant to be part of that change. You're meant to be part of this shift in whatever it is that you do. And like I said, some of you, this is really like being creative in some way. You're meant to shift the creative world in a sense. Some of you, this is also like entertainment. So some of you are meant to shift the entertainment industry in some way. You're meant to be that catalyst for sure, group 2, and whatever it is that you do. Some of you, this is literally like medical stuff. So you're meant to maybe create some kind of new treatment for something. Some of you, you might find the cure to cancer. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, you're just meant to like transcend, and you're meant to be you know, you're meant to go down your own path, group 2. You're meant to be someone that people have not seen before. Okay, you're meant to do your own thing, group 2, which I think is really, really amazing. And I honestly cannot wait to see, you know, who you become and what you do, because I feel like you're gonna have a very profound impact on the world, and you don't even realize it, group 2. All right. So last but not least, group 2, we are going to get some advice from Spirit for the now, for what it is that you need to be focusing on now, what you should be doing now to help you step into your purpose and to continue down the path that is truly meant for you, for your highest and greatest good. All right, Spirit, can we get some advice for group 2, please? Group 2, what they should be doing now to step into their purpose. Okay. Yep. We have strength. My strength shines through today. Finding your strength, group 2. Finding your strength is so important. Like, I cannot stress it enough. I am going to read from the book for this card just really quickly. Okay. Strength. Strength has many meanings and takes many shapes. You may have picked this card as you move through a particularly trying time. Know that you are strong and capable, and that the universe is supporting you. Self-care in all its forms is encouraged at this time. Strength ritual. Reward yourself for the strength you have shown as you move through the darker parts of life. Place this card somewhere easily visible in your home as a reminder of your own strength and courage. What I would recommend, group 2, if you don't like have this deck, I would recommend you writing down "My strength shines through today." Writing that on a piece of paper or like on a whiteboard or something, and just having it up where you can see it every single day would be very beneficial for you, group 2. Take time to connect to the softer sides of yourself and refill your own cup. Laugh, cry, move, meditate, be vulnerable, and know that too is strength. Okay. You can pause if you want to reread it. So yeah, finding your strength, group 2, that is what you're meant to do. You're meant to release this worry. Find your strength within yourself to move on your own path, to do the things that scare you. move through the darkness, okay? Some of you, this isn't like necessarily like a darker time in your life necessarily. It could be, but what I'm more so feeling for most of you, that this is moving through the darkness, not knowing what's at the other end, not knowing where you're going to end up, moving through the darkness, having the strength to move towards the things that you really, really want and that you really want to cultivate and that scare you a little bit. Spirit is really encouraging you to find the strength to do so, group 2, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to find success and prosperity. Well, I won't say the only way, but I'll say it's the best way. It's the way that's really meant for you at this time, group 2. So that is all I'm seeing for you today, group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. We are gonna go ahead and just jump straight into this. Who are you meant to be? What are you meant to do in this life, group 3? As always, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, Spirit, please tap me into the collective energy of group 3. Who's group 3 meant to be? What are they meant to do in this life, Spirit? Let's see. Who's group 3 meant to be? Whoa, all right. So we have Mother. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life, shadow attributes, smothering or abandoning children, instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. So many of you, group 2, are meant to become mothers. I would say, you know, if there's men watching this, you may be meant to become a father, but I know most of my viewers are women, so many of you are meant to become mothers. Many of you are meant to have this like nurturing light about you, having this patience, this unconditional love in life. You're meant to nurture something, whether or not this is like a human baby. It could also be like fur babies. It could also be like creative endeavors. You're meant to nurture in this life, group 3. You are meant to be this motherly, maternal energy. And like I said, many of you, I am actually feeling that many of you are meant to have like actual children, if that's something that you want. Even if it's something that you don't want, I'm seeing for some of you, this is something that it's like you don't realize that you want it until it happens. Like it's almost like a blessing in disguise for some of you. And then we have Virgin, light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit, shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. So some of you, group 3, I'm seeing that some of you are kind of like late bloomers in a way, which isn't bad, not at all. Some of you are like maybe kind of like late bloomers, and it's like there's this purity about you, and I feel like you're meant to have this purity about you like forever. Not that you're meant to be like a virgin forever, but like you're meant to have this purity within your soul and your heart. And it makes sense with the Mother card here. Like you're meant to have this just really pure light energy, unconditional love about you, group 3. You're meant to see like the joy in cultivating and nurturing life in a sense. So yeah, you're just meant to be someone just so like lighthearted and pure and fun, and like people just love to be around you. Some of you, you might be like the mom of your friend group, I'm hearing. You might be the mom of your friend group. You might be quite innocent, group 3, or you come off as being innocent. Yeah, people just see you in such a like lighthearted light, if that makes sense. Like people just see you and they just see like purity in a sense. Whether that's like who you really are, I'm definitely seeing that, you know, that's how people perceive you. We also have Messiah, serving humanity with humility, shadow attribute, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Okay, so with this card, group 3, I'm seeing that you're meant to be someone quite humble, but I'm also just seeing like going along with that motherly energy, you are meant to like help cultivate, you're meant to help bring up, you're meant to help something grow, whether this is, you know, children, or it can be some kind of creative endeavor. It could be a ton of different things. Just something where you're really putting your energy to help something grow, and you're meant to do it in a way, once again, that pure unconditional love type of energy. You're meant to you know, I'm hearing like really well balanced. Like you balance that really like nurturing, like I'm seeing like holding the baby, like holding something really close to your heart, but also knowing when to let go, when to let this things, the thing that you're cultivating or nurturing, letting it grow, letting it expand, letting its wings fly. So if this is like actual children, I'm seeing, you know, you have this balance of being this nurturing motherly energy where you hold this child really dear to your heart, and you know you're protective, but also knowing when, you know, to let the child spread its wings, let the child explore life on its own. You have that balance, group 3, or you're meant to have that balance in whatever it is that you're going to be growing, cultivating, nurturing. I am getting the energy that many of you, like this is an actual child. So if you really want to be a mother, I'm seeing that for sure coming in for you, group 3. And like I said, some of you are late bloomers, so it's like, I don't know if I'll, you know, actually be able to have a child. I'm seeing that you will. Whether this is like, you know, like traditionally, like giving birth to your own child. Some of you, you might adopt, or, you know, another situation to where a child is in your care. So yeah, let's get 2 of these. We have, ooh, abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Okay, group 3. So you are someone meant to have a lot of abundance. And this doesn't just have to be like materially. I'm also feeling this is more so emotionally, like that emotional abundance. And I feel like this has a lot to do with this mother card here. Some of you are meant to find, I would say kind of like your happiness. Like I feel like you're meant to find your happiness within yourself, but I feel like there's this extra layer that you're going to find through motherhood for many of you. And like I said, for some of you, this might feel like, you might be like, oh, I don't want kids. I would never have children. Some of you, you might actually be in a position where it's like you don't necessarily give birth to your own children, but children end up in your care somehow. And it's like you find this newfound like energy within you where it's like, I never knew I needed this. I never knew that I could be so happy taking care of children and like nurturing them and cultivating this relationship with them. And, you know, like it's like you find abundance within that, group 3. And like I said, some of you, you might want to have kids. This might be something that you've always wanted. So I'm definitely seeing that coming in for you. And it's like, it's going to be everything that you expected and more, group 3. We have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Okay, once again, for some of you, you are going to have children in your care. Not necessarily your own like biological children. You may end up in a situation where you are taking care of someone else's children. They end up in your care. You may end up adopting, whatever the case may be. This might be something that wasn't planned, something that, you know, you didn't expect. And this is going to be a real challenge for you, group 3, but it's like you're going to be learning so much about yourself and learning so much about what it means to be a nurturer, and so much about unconditional love, group 3. No matter how, you know, these children or this thing, if it's a creative pursuit, no matter how it enters your life, like there are challenges to overcome when it comes to this, of course. But it's like you're just going to be learning so much about yourself through this journey, group 3. So I'm definitely seeing this being like a major point for you, group 3, because you are meant to learn these lessons, and it's like you have to learn these lessons through an experience where you are a nurturer, where you are learning patience, you're learning unconditional love, you're learning joy in giving birth to life. Whether this is literal birth or, you know, nurturing kids that aren't necessarily your biological kids, or if it's something else. These are lessons that you're meant to learn in this life, group 3. You're meant to find that nurturance about you. Okay. Group 3. Who's group 3 meant to be in this life? What are they meant to do in this life, spirit? Ooh, we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So, I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna say it. I feel like many of you may become pregnant, group 3. Powerful change. Kids are definitely a powerful change. This is going to make your life do a complete 180. Okay. I just see that, you know, whether this is happening now or down the line in the future, you are meant to experience some kind of very profound, powerful change regarding nurturing something, growing something, being this motherly energy to something. This is something that you're meant to do. This is something that is meant to come into your life and change it for the better. There are going to be challenges, of course, with anything, especially any kind of change, but you're going to learn how to navigate through that. And I feel like in the end, it's going to be like, I wouldn't want my life any other way for many of you, group 3. Let's get one more of these. We have, we have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Okay, so what I'm seeing with this card, group 3, is that for some of you, I'm seeing that there might have been a period of time, or there may be a period of time in your life where you are struggling to have children. You might be struggling to conceive. And like, listen, I'm no doctor, okay? I'm just reading the cards. But I'm seeing that Spirit is saying like there's still hope in terms of conceiving a child if this is something that has been a struggle for you. I'm seeing that, you know, this issue is going to reach a resolution. There's going to be some kind of conclusion to this chapter of your life where you're struggling to have a child. Whether this is, you know, you do finally become pregnant, or you decide to go down a different route, such as adoption, whatever the case may be, if you are struggling to build a family right now, and this is something that has been plaguing your life, there is a resolution coming towards you. There's a change coming towards you. And like I said, I'm no doctor. I can't tell you like for sure, you know, like you are going to become pregnant. But for some of you, that might be the case. You might have like a miracle baby. For others of you, you know, you might just decide to go down a different route. You might decide to adopt. Some of you, you might actually need to have a surrogate. So you might be able to, you know, do that. It's going to be different for all of you if that, you know, even resonates. For others of you, I'm seeing that, you know, if you're someone that you're like, I don't really want kids. I'm not really, you know, I'm not really trying to start a family. I'm seeing this more so being like, it's like I said, this feels like something is going to be dropped in your lap. This is going to be something unexpected, whether this is literally you getting pregnant, or this is you, you know, you have some kids in your care that are not biologically your own, and it kind of just happens. I'm seeing that this energy, this change in your life is actually going to allow you to not only close up a chapter of your life, a cycle of your life that wasn't necessarily the best for you. This is going to allow you to reach resolutions within yourself, and this has to do with the lessons that you're going to be learning as you're navigating this new experience. This is going to allow you to find that nurturing light about you. It's going to allow you to learn patience and unconditional love and find that joy again. If you're someone that's been kind of like down in the dumps a little bit, you know, you haven't really been feeling the best emotionally, I'm feeling like this change that's coming in, that's going to allow you to put your energy into it, is actually going to allow you to finally close that chapter of your life and find that joy and find that spark again. And like for men, like some of you, this is really unexpected. group 3. So yeah, it's gonna for sure turn your life all the way around in the best way possible. So let's see here. Let's get some tarot. Group 3, Spirit. Group 3. I'm also seeing that like many of you, like, you know, if you are going to have children, or if you already have children, I feel like your parenting style is going to differ from like traditional parenting styles. So I feel like you're going to be someone that's way more patient with your children. You're going to be someone that, like, your parenting style is just going to be a little bit different from a lot of like older parenting styles as well. It feels like it's going to be, what is it called? I see it on TikTok all the time, like soft parenting, or I don't know, something like that, where it's like, you know, you focus more on talking to your kids rather than punishing them. You allow the consequences of their actions to be, you know, their consequence. You don't necessarily always have to, you know, put something additional on top of that. You're very well focused on, you know, treating your children as like human beings rather than like a thing that I feel like a lot of older parenting styles do, instead of, you know, being in that like punishing, you know, kind of parenting style. I don't know if I'm making sense with that, but yeah, I feel like a lot of you, your parenting styles are going to be different from the older generations. So let's see, group three. Who is group 3 meant to be, and what are they meant to do, Spirit? Let's get this out. Okay. All right, let's get one more, please. Thank you. Alrighty, so we have Judgment, we have Justice, we have the Lovers and the Stars, and we have the Queen of Wands. Alrighty, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the Knave of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups talks all about surprises. Group 3, surprise. So yeah, there's for sure a surprise coming in for you with the Death card underneath it that is going to change your life. Okay, Knight of Cups, this is like love, this is like unconditional love, I feel, that is going to come into your life for many of you through a child or a fur baby or a creative project. But yeah, I feel like this is very much like a you know, surprise. Not something that you were expecting. But yeah, so with Judgment here, Judgment is really all about enlightenment. It's all about like leveling up in life, leveling up spiritually. And it can also signify kind of like resurrection in a sense. It's like what was once put under the ground is coming back up. So some of you, you know, you may have in the past tried to, you know, tried to have a child, and then it's like out of nowhere, you know, you become pregnant. You may have, you know, put this thought to rest, put this idea to rest of like, you know, maybe I'm just not meant to have a child, maybe I'm just not meant to, you know, conceive a child of my own. And then, you know, out of nowhere it's like, oh, surprise. You know, here I am. You know, that's, you know, take it as it resonates, I guess. Take it with a grain of salt, because like I said, I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm just reading some cards, but that is the energy that I'm picking up here. But also this can really just signify like enlightenment in yourself, group 3. You're meant to be someone that, you know, through your experiences, through this change that is going to occur in your life, you are meant to like kind of reinvent yourself in a sense. You're meant to enlighten yourself and soften to love. You're meant to be someone that also is this guiding light for someone else. So, you know, in terms of raising children, you're meant to be that guiding light for children that you're meant to be raising. With Justice here, this is like my card of fairness, obviously. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you see the scales. It's all about balance. So I feel like when it comes to your home life, when it comes to, you know, raising children or whatever the case may be, like I said, I feel like you're going to be very fair. I feel like your parenting style is going to be very different from previous generations. I feel like you're going to be very much like reliant on fairness and like treating your children like human beings rather than, you know, how a lot of older generations treated children. I feel like you're definitely going to be someone very well balanced in your parenting style, very like fair, very much open to, you know, having conversations with your children rather than just like straight yelling at them or just, you know, giving them consequences. You're going to be very much like trying to explain to your children, you know, why you shouldn't do this or why you should do this. You're going to be like just very fair, group 3. And in all aspects of your life, I feel like this is someone who you are meant to become. And for some of you, you're going to be learning this through, you know, motherhood, through raising children, through, you know, cultivating these relationships. With the Lovers here, this is normally like my card of like, you know, relationships and things like that. So yeah, you're meant to have, you know, a loving relationship, not only with a romantic partner, but with children as well. With the stars here, like this card is like family time, right? This is like happy family time. You got the dog, you got the kids. It's a good summer day. So I feel like you're meant to have like this white picket fence kind of story, group 3. I feel like whether you realize it or not, whether you feel like you want that or not, I feel like that is what is meant to be in your life, group 3, because there are lessons attached to that for your own development, for your own spiritual growth. And I feel like, you know, with the stars here, you're meant to have this healing energy, not only for yourself, but for the children that you're bringing up, especially if you are going to be in a position where, you know, you unexpectedly are taking children into your care that are not biologically yours. They may have come from a situation that is less than superb. So, you know, being that healing energy for them and showing them, you know, the love that they deserve and that they've always wanted is something that you're meant to do in this life. And then with the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands is all about this energy of being very successful in your life and people kind of like looking up to you in a way. So some of you might be fire signs or have fire in your chart, but I'm more so just seeing like you're going to be so much in your power, group 3. You're meant to be in your power. You're meant to be very confident, and you're meant to be like someone that people look up to. And of course, if you're like, you have children, you're raising children, you're bringing children up, I feel like these children will definitely like look up to you a lot, group 3. Like you're meant to be this like, I would say almost like perfect parental figure, but obviously no one's perfect, but I feel like you're gonna get pretty close, group 3. Like I feel like, you know, if you are raising kids, if you are bringing kids up, they're gonna look at you with such admiration and like such love, because it's what you've shown them or what you're going to show them. This is something that you're meant to do. This is someone that you're meant to be. You're meant to be that guiding light. You're meant to kind of change the game in a sense. You're meant to also release generational curses, I'm hearing, for some of you. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing here, group 3, which is very interesting. I feel like your reading's pretty different from groups 1 and 2 because it was more so focused on their groups were more so focused on like career and stuff like that, but yours is more so focused on home life. So home life is very important for you, group 3. Home life is like your main concern in this life, group 3. Okay, so last but not least, we are going to take a look at any advice that Spirit can give for you in the now. So like this is something that you should be focusing on right now in order to continue on your path and on your purpose, and to continue to become who you are truly meant to be in this life. So Spirit, group 3, can we get advice for group 3? So that they can become who they're meant to be. Okay, so we have divine guidance. I am divinely guided. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read out of the book for this card because I feel like it always gives pretty good information. That like that. Okay. Alrighty, so 11, divine guidance. You are guided and held by the universe, and this card asks you to pay special attention to any synchronicities that appear in your day-to-day life. Remember to breathe, surrender, and trust, as there is a higher power guiding you. Divine guidance ritual. Pay special attention to the synchronicities that appear as you go about your day. Try to notice certain numbers, animals, words, colors, or images that you see repeatedly. Do they have a special meaning for you? You might want to reflect on the many times in your life the universe has guided you to the best possible outcome. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that up. If you want to pause, you can. But I'm just seeing with this card, Group 3, you are divinely guided in your life. You are divinely guided into your purpose. You just have to continue to let the universe guide you and let the universe cultivate this abundance for you, Group 3. Everything's happening exactly as it should for you, Group 3. And I feel like you just have to keep going, just keep doing what you're doing, looking out for signs and synchronicities from the universe, letting you know that, you know, you are on the right path. I'm also seeing like signs, like angel numbers, can actually give you information about what is about to come in, because like we have this powerful change. So right now, if you choose to pay really close attention to signs and synchronicities from your guides and from the universe, because this is actually giving you like hints as to what's to come specifically for you. And one thing that I really like to do, if you're someone that, you know, it's like I see like 222 a lot, or I see 111 a lot, but I don't really know what it means. What you can actually do is ask the universe for specific signs that mean something specific to you. So say, you know, you want to know if you're gonna win the lottery, right? You can ask the universe to show you a bright orange truck. Okay, show you a bright orange truck, something that is not, you know, prevalent, something that maybe isn't something that's seen a whole lot. You don't really see bright orange trucks a lot. So you ask the universe. You can write this in your notes, write it on a piece of paper. You can just say it out loud. You say to the universe, spirit guides, please show me a bright orange truck if I'm on the right path to winning the lottery. Okay, if I'm choosing the right numbers to win the lottery. Okay, and you see a bright orange truck, there's your sign. You're on the right path to winning the lottery. So yeah, that's just an example. You can ask the universe anything, and to show you a specific sign that means something specific to you. That way there's no like confusion, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just my little tidbit. So yeah, that is all I'm seeing for you today, Group 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video. Bye!